Hello and welcome to Prime Business. I am Pius Kujubaka. The Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana has reduced the policy rate by 350 basis points to 21.5%. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiema, speaking at the 126th MPC meeting, explained that the committee is forecasting inflation to fall by the end of the fourth quarter. Here's more.
Addressing the media after the Monetary Policy Committee meeting to review development in the economy, Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Johnson Isiema noted the cut was needed following fresh development in the economy.
So given the current state of macroeconomic conditions, the view of the committee was that inflation will continue to ease in the near term. And in the outlook, headline inflation is expected to drop to within the medium-term target of 8 plus or minus 2% by the end of the fourth quarter. However, the possible upward review of utility tariffs could exert some price pressures in the medium term. Notwithstanding this, maintenance of an appropriate monetary policy stance, strong sterilization efforts, ongoing fiscal consolidation, and adequate reserve buffers should sustain the disinflation process. Given these considerations, the committee, that is the MPC, by a majority decision, voted to lower the monetary policy rate by 350 basis points to 21.5%.
The governor of the Bank of Ghana also went ahead to assure the market it has adequate dollar reserves to support the market.
We support the markets. The banks themselves also trade among themselves. And through all those channels, we are able to, fund imports.
Dr. Isiema also questioned reports that suggest commercial banks are facing liquidity challenges, especially when it comes to supply of dollars.
I'm not sure if that is true. As of yesterday, I don't think there was a single demand for dollars from the banks that was not met. The head of financial markets is here, can confirm. We've been doing this for a number of weeks. And so I'm not sure. I don't think as of today, anybody out there will say that their bank is unable to secure financing for their imports. As we always say, it may be due to some documentation issues or other related issues.
The governor also backed recent comments by President John Mahama that the cedi will find ethereal level soon.
We've always said it, that our objective is to ensure we don't have excessive volatility in the cedi. But yes, you will see movement in the cedi, all right, just that we don't want to see it excessively. So yes, the president put it right. That the cedi will find its true value.
He has also been explaining why the reserves declined marginally in recent times.
So first of all, you have to put it into context. If you do a simple plot of our reserves for the last 7 years, 6 to 7 years, then you will see it clear. The drop you are talking about is what I call a blip, in the last 2 months or so, or 3 months. And remember, before then, there's been, a lot of accumulation. But also remember what we have done in the last 3 months. A number of lumpy payments to IPPs, bondholders, sovereign bondholders, that got their money out. These were legitimate, payments that we had to make.
The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiema, maintained the central bank stands ready to move quickly to stabilize the market when needed.
Away from the Bank of Ghana, the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, is making a case for the introduction of a new tariff line known as the Public Lightning Tariff to be paid by consumers. According to ECG, the current structure of billing street lighting is not sustainable as most of the funds are retained by the Finance Ministry. Making a presentation as part of a public engagement on the proposed tariff increment to the PURC, General Manager of Financial Planning at ECG, Moses Oakley, said the new tariff line will provide efficient lighting at all public places. More in the following report.
The public hearing is part of processes by the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission before approving any price adjustment. According to the Electricity Company of Ghana, financing most of its key projects for the year will not be possible if the proposed increase in the tariff is not approved. In a presentation to defend its proposal at the hearing, General Manager of Financial Planning, Moses Ukli, is requesting the PURC to approve a new tariff line for public lighting.
Currently, there is no public lighting tariff per se. So whatever energy that is consumed by public lighting, ECG only applies the average end user tariff to determine the sales or the consumption of public lighting. We are asking the regulator to come out with public lighting tariff so that we can properly account for energy consumed by public lighting. It will sound a bit strange, but that's the reality. The current public lighting levy that all customers pay is a levy that is imposed by government, and only half of that levy comes back to ECG to cover the energy cost.
The PURC, however, indicated that it will scrutinize the proposals after engaging with the public. Here is the Executive Secretary, Dr. Shafiq Suleiman.
The Commission's role is to be an impartial referee, balancing the legitimate need for utilities to raise enough revenues to invest in and provide reliable services, with the equally legitimate need for consumers for fair and affordable tariffs. Therefore, I urge you all to participate actively. Your experiences and your voices are invaluable. They will ensure that the final tariff structure we approve is not an imposition, but a balanced and credible social contract, one that safeguards your interests, ensures the utilities can serve you better, and supports Ghana's development.
Some members of the public have been reacting to the proposals made by all the various utility service providers so far.
Oh, it's too much. It's just too much. It's just too much. At least when you want to increase, you also have to consider when you are moving from, what do you call it? What percentage to more than, from 6% to, from 19 pesos to 61 pesos. The percentage is so high. So they also, even if at all it should be increased, they should look at that margin and reduce it. It is very important that they bring it down.
The proposal is way too much because ECG at this moment, we all know there are a lot of leakages. And when you go in there right now, you could see the concerns of people asking questions and the charges they make and they give to the ordinary Ghanaian. And when you go to a lot of the areas, when you come to my electoral area, there are a lot of the houses that are doing illegal connections. And we don't see anything better ECG is doing to mitigate some of these issues.
As part of measures to provide robust light and heavy-duty vehicles to meet the need of businesses, Tryton Motors authorized dealers of JAC Vehicles brand have unveiled the new range of light to heavy-duty commercial JAC vehicles. Speaking at the media soiree to outdoor the vehicles, Chief Executive of JAC Motors revealed that the company is willing to offer flexible purchasing agreements with companies and individuals who visit their showroom. Here's more.
The newly unveiled vehicles include light, medium and heavy-duty commercial models. Tryton Motors, the authorized dealer of JAC Vehicles in Ghana, says the new range is robust and suitable for all inland and hinterland operations. At the unveiling ceremony, Jihad Hijazi, CEO of Tryton Motors, revealed that the vehicles are well suited for all types of businesses.
We have something for everybody. We have something for the distribution companies in Accra and in the other cities. We have vehicles for special use, and obviously behind you or in front of you, you'll see the heavy commercial stuff. So these are for construction and mining operations. So essentially we are catering to everybody in town. And as I said earlier, we do have the specialized vehicles. Okay, so there are vehicles that inculcates crane system on it, water tankers, hydrants, fuel tankers, ambulances, anything and everything. It can be done on a JAC chassis.
He also highlighted the company's flexible payment structure as a key differentiator from competitors.
Our group has been known to be very flexible with payments and facilities to all our customers. The only thing we require is that you qualify for what we offer you. So if you need something that costs so much and your books can cater to it, or a bank can help us to give you a loan, we will look for it. So we are open to giving facilities and soft loans and payment plans to anybody and everybody who is capable of taking care of their obligation.
As part of efforts to expand the reach of JAC vehicles, Tryton Motors plans to open additional outlets across the country to enhance accessibility.
So our next step will be to expand our physical network into the main cities of Ghana, and then expand it further to the hinterlands where usually our heavy commercial vehicles will be located.
Located at Atiko Junction off the Kaneshie-Odoko Highway, Tryton Motors also offers pickups and a full range of SUVs. In the near future, the company plans to introduce buses as part of its fleet. Management also announced plans to explore the introduction of sustainable vehicles ranging from light to heavy-duty models, cementing Tryton Motors' position as one of the leading vehicle dealerships in the country.
Let's now go to Tema. Southeast Asia's largest shipping line, Pacific International Lines, has reaffirmed its long-term commitment to Ghana and Africa, signaling its readiness for deeper investment and expanded services. At a high-profile ceremony at Tema, Vice President Professor Nana Jane Upokwajiman officially named PIL's latest 8,200 TEU LNG dual-fuel container vessel, marking a milestone in the company's drive for greener shipping solutions. More in this report.
Pacific International Lines PIL's liquefied natural gas dual-fuel vessel, Kota Odyssey, deployed on the Southwest Africa service, enhances trade connectivity between Asia and West Africa, while cementing Ghana's position as a regional logistics hub. With over 30% of its Asia exports destined for more than 30 African countries, 40 ports, PIL continues to expand investment in Ghana, where Tema serves as its West African headquarters. The vessel's LNG engines, methane reduction systems, and advanced digital automation reflect PIL's focus on technological innovation and sustainable, low-carbon shipping. Chief Executive Officer of PIL, Lars Kastrup, indicated that PIL supports inclusive growth by having Ghanaian seafarers on board.
Kota Odyssey is deployed on our flagship Southwest Africa service, which connects China, Singapore, Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, and Cote d'Ivoire, and back again. I just exchanging with Minister of Transport that to have a weekly service, we need to have 12 of these ships. So we have 4 plus 4, but we have more to come. So we continue to invest in new ships so we can make sure that we have a very sustainable service to West Africa. Kota Odyssey is equipped with state-of-the-art digital solutions, which improved automation and also safety and performance. Her LNG-powered engines and methane reduction technology reflects our commitment to environmental stewardship and innovation.
Chief Executive Officer of Meridian Port Services, Mohammed Samara, says Terminal 3 of Tema Port is capable of handling 3 million TEUs annually and accommodating the largest vessels, leverages real-time tracking, paperless systems, and 100% digital stakeholder engagement to boost efficiency and reliability. Transport Minister Joseph Bukari Nikpe says the country has created a business-friendly environment that continues to attract global shipping lines, supported by major investments in modern port infrastructure.
His Excellency, the President, is positioning the country as he resets it. And maritime services is one of the key areas that will grant and render a 24-hour service to our people, thereby having a 3-shift system to be able to employ more of our youth who will take advantage of these glorious opportunities that lies in the shipping industry. We at the Ministry of Transport, and for that matter, the Tema Port, will want to continue to assure you of our preparedness and our quest to deliver and render quality services with all that humanly we can do possible to make you feel at home. I'm therefore extending a hand to other shipping lines to consider Ghana as their hub or their destination anytime you have the ideas or the mind of using the West Africa sub-region.
Meanwhile, Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, who was the leading sponsor of the naming of the ship, says the ceremony further deepens the country's relationship with Singapore, cementing Ghana's place in West Africa.
We are indeed happy to learn from each other. Our bilateral relationships go many decades back. Among other areas, Singapore's expertise as a leading maritime hub is something we can learn from and something which informs our own progress. We therefore appreciate that PRL highlights our bilateral relationships by creating jobs and supporting the development of local talent. We look forward to even deeper collaborations between Ghana and Singapore. May this newly named ship sail with purpose, navigate with clarity, and always preserve those who serve on board.
Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority and other stakeholders were present.
Eight banks in Ghana have earned 5-star ratings for overall service quality in consumer banking in 2024. This is according to the Ghana Customer Satisfaction Index released by the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, CIMG. First Atlantic Bank topped the consumer banking category with a score of 95.3%, followed closely by First National Bank and Stanbic Bank. More in this report.
Keen to join business at the launch of the 2024 Customer Satisfaction Index report for the banking sector, National President of the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, Michael Abil, stressed the importance of putting customers at the center of banking operations. He urged financial institutions to listen carefully to the concerns and challenges of customers and adopt scientific approaches in developing solutions.
First is to understand that CMG has the mandate to do such market research to help customer service delivery within the industry. And with such a service, now we've really measured the customer satisfaction, customer loyalty for all the various banks, I think with the exception of Access Bank and Republic Bank. And it shows them how well they are doing in terms of how they are delivering their service. Generally, it gives them, especially with the banks, it gives them the information to be able to deliver on effective service, to know which areas they are doing well and which areas they need to improve. But in terms of us, the customers, now the banks know what we need, what they should do, and how they can improve the service in order to get better scores next year. And we're expecting that as this result is published by the news and everybody is aware of it, they are going to take cue and they are going to improve service delivery to us Ghanaians.
On this part, the chairman of the event and president of the Ghana Association of Banks, John Ewa, called on banks to take the findings of the report seriously and use them as a guide to enhance service delivery across the sector.
I think, as you can see, though the other performance metrics or the assessment points were good, overall the customer loyalty index was not that good for the industry, which means that our customers are not entirely very loyal to us because most customers are multi-banked. So if you have a customer and you're doing business with that customer, you have a duty to make the customer sticky to your bank or to your brand. And it is a message that we want all the banks to take. If every bank works to retain their best customers or their good customers, you'll find that overall service standards within the industry will improve. So we want next year, I want to see that the customer loyalty index improves from the 45% that we saw to somewhere around 60. Because on the business banking side, the banks are doing very well.
The Ghana Customer Satisfaction Index is an annual report that assesses the quality of services provided by banks and other key sectors, ranking institutions based on customer experiences and perceptions.
To the Upper West region now, and engineers and planners have officially taken over the Black Volta Gold project in Naudoli, Kaleo. Now, the handover follows Azuma Resources Limited's decision to cede ownership after years of gold prospecting in the area. The project is expected to boost Ghana's gold output and strengthen local content in the mining sector. Rafiq Salam reports.
Azuma Resources Limited, for several years, has been prospecting for gold in the Nodulu-Charapong enclave. For nearly 2 decades, the concessions promised much but delivered little. Legal disputes, certain investor priorities, and lack of capital stalled development, frustrating host communities and depriving the country of revenue. All are expected to be a thing of the past, as one of West Africa's largest indigenous mining contractors, Engineers and Planners (EMP), acquired full equity in the Black Volta Gold Project, formerly owned by Azuma Resources Ghana Limited. The Black Volta Gold Project is expected to significantly boost Ghana's gold output and local content in the mining sector, announcing the takeover and their presence in the Nodulu district and the Upper West region at large. A football match was held between the youth of Noduli and members of the Upper West Youth Parliament. The event provides opportunity for engineers and planners to meet major stakeholders, showcase their commitment of working together with them to better their lives. Director of Community Relations at Azuma Resources and Director at Engineers and Planners, Lawyer Wahid Idrisu Bamburi, calls for their support to deliver.
We thought that the best way to tell the Upper West region that EMP is ready for business is through football, because football unites us all. Now we want mining to unite us in Upper West as well. We have officially taken over the management and control of Azuma Resources Limited, and we have the resources and the funding to start the development phase as soon as possible. We are talking about the next couple of months. This will open a lot of possibilities and opportunities for us here. We are here to inform you and to ask you to support us. Together, let's change the Upper West region for good.
Lawyer Wahid Idrisu Bamburu disclosed that with the takeover from engineers and planners, it will not only enhance corporate social responsibility, but will give job security to their employees.
We met all the employees and announced to them that if anybody wants to stop the work, he has to come and convince us why. Everybody will be retained unless the person wants to leave, and they won't let you leave freely. You have to come and convince us why you should go. And we need to take more. We have to employ more people because we are going to start the development stage. Development stage means that we are building roads, that we are building houses, that we are all sorts of structures. So we need more hands. We have also guaranteed their permanent employment, not what they come and do 12 days in a month and then stay away for 3 months and come back. No, this time we need them to work, and if they want to work overtime, we have a policy for them.
The takeover of the Black Volta Gold Project on a couple of occasions was punctuated with feud between Azuma Resources and engineers and planners. Director of Human Resource at Azuma Resources, also Ansar, is of the view that the issue will not play up again.
This has always been about the truth and falsehood. Like you know, the truth always prevails. So the truth has prevailed, and going forward, you will only see evidence and documentation to emphasize the fact that engineers and planners are in control because they have taken over the assets fully, and they own and control Azuma Resources.
Community leaders, including chiefs and opinion leaders, were present at the function and pledged their commitment to supporting engineers and planners to succeed.
The youth in this community, they want work, and even the whole district. So we want EMP to help us so that the young ones will also get some work doing to support their agents.
Ghana is Africa's largest gold producer, with an annual output exceeding 4.2 trillion ounces in 2023. Projects like the Black Volta are seen as vital for increasing value retention within the country, fostering job creation, and strengthening the national economy. Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam, Nadoli.
I am Pius Kojobaka with Prime Business. Sports is next.